I found these error pages manually just by browsing the site, and I found a lot of them. You'll see me open them up one by one. There's a lot more, but I don't want to bore you with 30 minutes or more of me opening up error pages. I think after you see this video, you'll get the gist of it. But basically, every page and subpage of that page and subpage of that page returns some sort of error, whether it's a 404 error page, which means no such page exists, or if it's a blank white page, or if it's like simply a page that doesn't have correct titles or content on it. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to show you just how many error pages there are on the old site. And if you're asking yourself if error pages are really that bad, well, the answer is yes. Yes, they are. They're kind of like a double-edged sword. The more error pages you have, the more you turn away visitors and lose favor with Google. When people land on an error page, they basically have two options. They can hit the back button or close out of the tab and leave your site. And neither of those things are good. For visitors, error pages are confusing and it gives a bad impression that somehow the site isn't complete, that you can't get what you need from the site, so it's a sign to go back to Google and search again. If they really like you and your site, they'll come back, but if they keep landing on error pages, they'll probably never gonna come back again. Every person that hits that back button or leaves your site will increase what Google calls your bounce rate. And your bounce rate is like, it's the likelihood that someone will leave your site. The higher your bounce rate is, the more Google thinks that your site isn't reputable or just isn't a good place to go. So what Google does with sites with high bounce rates is that they demote them. They rank them really low so that even if people do search for that site, they might only find the site after they search for a really long time, like if they get on page 2 or 3 or 4 or even up to 10 of Google search results. All of these error pages though would basically be a non-issue with the new website because it's a new build. It's going to have new code, new design, basically new plumbing with new fixtures. I even have a safety protocol if and when you do get error pages, because it does happen from time to time. Someone might upload a file with the wrong name or writes a typo in a link, and that's why you want to stay on top of error pages. 1 or 2 error pages are forgivable, and even then, you want to fix them as soon as possible. My plan is I'll just simply write some code that will redirect any errors to a templated error page that will redirect users to other related content. That way, it keeps visitors engaged and they stay on the site instead of hitting the back button or leaving. We can even have a call to action saying something like, hey, sorry you reached a page that doesn't exist. To make it up to you, you can download a free copy of the 3D topographic map of Israel, or Iran the Fourth Pakistan, or any other resource materials that you want them to download. Stays the same. It stays your domain name or your homepage no matter where you are on the website. Now this is bad for a lot of reasons, mainly because as you start to click on links on your website, the further you get into the website, the more lost you become. And if you don't have breadcrumbs to bring you back to where you were, you kind of get confused and you don't know where to go, right? Your only recourse is to go hit the back button, but then that takes you back to the starting point. So it kind of gets really frustrating and confusing for some people. Let's see. Okay, that's one error. If I click on postcards and then I click on home, it's supposed to take me home, but it gave me an error page, okay? So that's not good. okay, what if someone who has never gone to your site, doesn't know your domain name, finds an inner page of your website, like your about page or the map page or your 3D map page, right? Okay, now this is what they're going to see. They're going to see your about page, but there's, as you can see, there's no menu. There's no menu that you can see. The only thing that you can click on to go home is this link. But look what happens when you click on this. It doesn't take you to your domain name. It doesn't take you to your homepage. It just takes you to the menu page, which I guess is all right, but it's not ideal at all. So, okay, let's, whatever. Let's click on something, greatest hits, and then it takes me back to a different page without a menu. And then, okay, let's move forward then. Let's click on this, and then it takes me to another inner page. And now I have no idea where I am. I have no idea how to get back to home or the domain page. Now I'm lost, right? So let's scroll down. Oh, good. I see a home link. I click on that. Oh, now it's now it's a different page. I don't see any menu at all. So now I'm completely lost. There's nothing for me to do. Nothing for me to click. So there's really nothing for a visitor to do but to exit out of the site. Let's check a different page. Okay, this is your about the map page. Same thing. There's no menu on the left side. There's only a home link down here. And same thing as before, it gives you a link not to the domain name. It gives you the link to the menu page. And then if you click on any one of these, it goes back to a page without a menu. And then you either can click on these links that will take you deeper into the website, and who knows where you'll go and who knows how you'll get back to the home page or the domain name. You can click on home. Let's see what that does. And then it takes you to the menu page, not the domain. So you kind of just go back and forth, not really having the whole website to see, just a little bit of the website. Like you'll see the menu page, and then you'll see a page without the menu, and back and forth. And it's pretty much the same thing for all of your inner pages.